Hello student, today we have to learn about microsporogenesis, structure of pollen grain and then development of male gametophyte. Let us discuss what is microsporogenesis. Microsporo means microspore and genesis means production, formation. Means microsporogenesis means formation of microspore or pollen grain. What is the microsporogenesis? Formation of microspore or pollen grain from pollen grain mother cell or microspore mother cell by meiosis is called microsporogenesis. I repeat, formation of microspore or pollen grain from microspore mother cell or pollen grain mother cell by meiosis, known as microsporogenesis. Microsporogenesis takes place in pollen sac of anther, where, as we know, sporogenous cell tissue is present. Each functional sporogenous cell acts as microspore mother cell, and that is diploid. Means this is the diploid sporogenous cell. We know about that. Later we call microspore mother cell or pollen grain mother cell. So this is the microspore mother cell or pollen grain mother cell. This microspore mother cell undergoes meiosis division. Thus, this microspore mother cell produce cluster of 4 microspore. Cluster of 4 microspore, that is haploid in nature. Later this cluster is separate from to each other. This microspore separate from to each other like this and develop the wall of microspore known as pollen grain. So this is the process of microsporogenesis, which takes place in the pollen sac, or we can say microsporangia. So this is the microsporogenesis. This pollen grain may be spiny or the smooth. Let us discuss about the structure of pollen grain. Typical pollen grain is non-motile, haploid, unicellular body which with the single nucleus. Look at here. This is the haploid with single nucleus, and pollen grain is non-motile. So let us discuss about the structure of the pollen grain. In the structure, as we know, this pollen grain is made up of two wall, outer wall and inner wall. These two wall known as the sporoderm. Outer and inner wall, that is known as, this wall is known as sporoderm. Sporoderm, there are the outer wall here known as the exine. Inner wall is known as intine. Exine is outer and intine is the inner wall, and combinedly known as sporoderm. Now, what about the exine? Exine is thick in nature, that is thick in nature. This exine may be smooth or spiny. Exine may be smooth or spiny in nature. Here we draw here spiny nature. We draw here spiny nature, but it may be continuous or smooth in nature. So it may be smooth or spiny. This enzyme made up of complex non-biodegradable substance known as sporopollenin. Sporopollenin. This substance is non-biodegradable and it is complex in nature and prevent the pollen grain from the decomposition, biological decomposition. This is the role of this sporopollenin. Now, this enzyme may be consist of or thin wall aperture. At this thin wall aperture is known as germ pore. Germ pore. What I said? This enzyme consists of thin wall because enzyme it is a thick wall structure. So on the thick wall structure there is some part thin wall aperture is present known as the germ pore, and on this area sporopollenin is absent. What is the role of the germ pore? From germ pore there is arisement of the pollen tube takes place during the germination of pollen grain on the stigma. So this is the way of the arisement of pollen tube. Arisement of the pollen tube during the germination of pollen grain on the stigma. So this is the role of the germ pore. The number of the germ pore on the enzyme may be different. In the monocot, this germ pore is present, only one germ pore is present, known as the monoporate. On the contrary, in dicot, there may be 3 germ pore present, known as the triporate condition. So this is the all about enzyme. On the contrary, what about the intine? Intine is the inner wall and it is a thin. Intine made up of cellulose and pectin. Cellulose and pectin. And it is actually during the germination, it is developed as a pollen tube. So this is the enzyme and intine and comparative study of this enzyme and intine. As we know, pollen grain is a non-motile, haploid and unicellular. This is the unicellular. This is single nucleus is present, haploid in nature. Such a structure is present or found in the pollen grain. So this is all about there is a structure of pollen grain. Then let us discuss about the development of male gametophyte. Before that, we have to discuss about the pollen viability. What is pollen viability? Ability of pollen grain to germinate to develop into male gametophyte known as pollen viability. I repeat, ability of pollen grain to germinate to develop into male gametophyte known as pollen viability. Pollen viability depends on environmental condition, that is temperature, humidity. In rice and wheat, pollen viability is 30 minutes. On the contrary, in some example, in some family of the plant, like Solanaceae family, Rosaceae family, Leguminosae family, in this family plant, the pollen viability may be even last for 1 month. So this is the pollen viability, germination of pollen grain, ability to develop into the male gametophyte. Let us discuss about the development of male gametophyte. Development of male gametophyte comprises into 2 stages. that is pre-pollination stage and post-pollination stage. What happens in a pre-pollination stage? In this stage, there is first mitotic division takes place, in which pollen grain, which is haploid, unicellular, uninucleated structure, undergoing the unequal mitotic division, which result in formation of unequal cell, that is large vegetative cell and small generative cell. Now what happened here? Pollen grain, we know structure of pollen grain like this, undergoing unequal mitotic division and form large vegetative cell and small generative cell. Look at here. After division, large vegetative cell and small generative cell produce. What about the vegetative cell? As we know, it is a large in structure. It is a without cell wall, no cell wall, naked, but it consists of the food material. It is a rich in food, and it consists of irregular shaped nucleus. So we can say here large vegetative cell consists of small cell. On the contrary, generative cell means this cell. This is the small cell, consists of the large nucleus. Small cell consists of large nucleus, and this generative cell floating in the cytoplasm of the vegetative cell. So this is the all about the vegetative cell and generative cell, and such a structure of the pollen grain known as the two-cell pollen grain. Then next stage is post-pollination stage. Before that, what is pollination? Pollination is transfer of pollen grain from anther to the receptive stigma, known as pollination. And after this pollination, what happens? This two-celled pollen grain, this is the carpel of the flower, this is the stigma, style and ovary in the flower, and this two-cell stage in the post-pollination stage, during the pollination, deposited on the stigma. After deposition, these two-cell pollen grain absorb the sugary substances from the stigma and swell up. Due to the increasing internal pressure, the thin wall germ pore which is present on the exine burst, and through this germ pore the intine come out, acts as pollen tube. Means here the germ pore burst and tube is come out, acts as pollen tube like this. Meanwhile, the second mitotic division takes place. The generative cell undergoing the second mitotic division and produce the two non-motile male gamete. And later on, the third cell, that is a tube nucleus, that is degenerates. Now this tube extends, and here two non-motile male gamete present here, and tube cell also present here. Later on that degenerates. The mitotic division of generative cell takes place in the pollen grain as well as in the pollen tube. In the angiosperm, pollen grain shed at 2 cell stage. So this is the development of that pollen tube, which consists of the 2 non-motile male gametes. So this is the all about of development of male gametophyte. Here the tube is developed, enter into the style, and both male gamete, that is carry up to the ovule for the fertilization. So this is all about the development of the male gametophyte.